Welcome back, everybody. It is the final series of the day of the Reshuffle Madness, brought to you by WePlay TV and ES.bet. Kevin, it is going to be Elements Pro Gaming versus Odium, which is a fun little match outside of the context of Dota, right? Why? LeBron versus Lil. Remember, there was that tweet, something about a good man isn't a profession from Lil, and LeBron responded that being a bad man isn't a profession either. Good luck being a 5 position in your next team. You're going to need it.
Is that what Lil said?
That's what LeBron said to Lil.
Ah.
Basically saying that he's a bad dude.
Ah, I see.
And he's going to need luck on his next team.
I see. Okay, so yeah, this is actually pretty serious. I did not realize.
And then Lil flamed Elements Pro Gaming for being in the CIS qualifier, not having any CIS players, and then immediately losing, which is also what Odium did.
Ah, that's okay. Everything makes a lot more sense now. Okay, because I was looking at the roster that they brought up on the stream earlier, and I did notice that it said Elements Pro Gaming, and it was like I think 3 Serbian players, maybe, and 2 other flags that I didn't recognize fully.
Yeah,
and it said something like a CIS team or Russian. It said Russia by. Maybe it's Elements Pro Gaming. Is maybe a Russian org.
Yeah, I know the admins made Elements Pro Gaming play in CIS for whatever reason.
Okay.
I don't know the reason why.
Maybe too east to worry about
for the Kuala Lumpur major qualifiers. They had to play CIS.
So Croatia are the other 2 flags. So 3 Serbian players, 2 Croatian players on Elements Pro Gaming. Interesting.
Odium did actually have a roster change very recently. They lost both General and I forgot the other player's name. But now they picked up Oxane. We'll call him Ox. And Naive. We've seen Naive before. I don't know if I've seen... V-Tune. That guy was super new, I think, to Pro Dota. Was the other player that they kicked.
Well, I'm a big Ghostic fan, so I'm excited to see how Odium does, at least. And the drama does sound very tasty.
I'm a big Sioma the Slayer fan. I think that guy was really good. I think that guy made Vega Squadron actually look like a decent team at times.
Where is he here?
Slayer.
Oh, Slayer. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh,
he just shortened his name.
I remember Swift Ending. That guy, I feel like I've been seeing his name since literally Dota 1.
Yeah.
I definitely recognize that guy's name.
Yeah, he's been around for quite some time, always kind of at a tier 2 area, and never having made that kind of breakthrough.
Yeah. Feels like a long time since we saw like a major Serbian kind of team as well.
Yeah.
Where there was like lots of them on the same team. It's usually a bit split depending on the region. So, okay. Pick wise, good to see an Enigma in the first phase. Undying. I heard you call out Undying's name.
10 seconds remaining.
So the peak of your favorite thing. Right at the best moment of your day is when you say Undying. Basically.
Undying. I was pretty hyped for him.
Little zombies.
We'll see how good he is, though.
I think he's good. He's good. He's a 5. Basically, he's just lane dominator. Go wherever. Lower everybody's health. Gets scarier to last hit. Especially, I don't know. There's not a good strength course, but even like the last hitting potential aspect is actually huge.
Yeah.
Like the bonus damage. Yeah, it's great when you're hitting heroes, but even denying creeps, it's actually fantastic. So. Literally team dead right now, except for the Wyvern on Elements Pro Gaming. Definitely got a team going here. Tombstone looks pretty valuable to me. I mean, they'll have to deal with Bloodlust, I guess. And there'll probably be some range heroes, but and it'll be Alina. Okay.
They banned Phantom Lancer in the first 3, which is probably part of the reason that they picked up the Undying as well as the Wraith King, right? They're both countered by Phantom Lancer really hard.
I guess so, because Tombstone, you can charge towards it, I'm guessing.
Yeah, the illusions do damage on the Tombstone, and then it's just hard for Wraith King to put pressure on Phantom Lancer in lane. And then later on, he's got his Diffusal Blade.
Yeah.
Problems amount. They pick up Alina against the Necrophos, heavy magic damage burst, try and deal with him. Also, like, you don't want to cold embrace things if you're the Wyvern against Lina either.
Definitely limits his effectiveness there. With that said, though, he can still Winter's Curse Enigma Black Holes. That part's pretty nice. I think that's most likely why they snagged him. It's already one of the better supports anyways.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking at the Wraith King, though. I'm feeling like this is a good Wraith King game. Genuinely. Like, I guess you have to worry about Light Strike arrays a lot, but Your ability to like they're all very cooldown focused basically,
10
which means
seconds
that your
remaining.
resurrection should be useful, assuming you don't get chain stunned. And they have a lot of
5 seconds
disables.
remaining.
It does feel
But-
like you're like Wraith King is an anti-burst hero, right? You've got 2 lives,
Yeah.
so anytime you're against burst damage, you feel kind of good because you're just like, I'm gonna just charge in there. I'm gonna get in Alina's face or Earthshaker's face. I'm gonna force them to cast spells.
I'd probably specify more along its anti
Luna.
cooldown heroes
Mm.
that are it's like burst related kind of, but he's not like the most resistant usually. Like I would say high HP, high resistance heroes are usually the better ones against burst. But there's definitely elements of what you're saying here for
Yeah.
sure. Luna's gonna pretty much amp their damage to the moon, so I think that's a solid pick here. Definitely a good way to play well against Wraith King. But in the same vein, in the laning stage, Wraith King can definitely pressure the Luna, and the Brood is gonna change things a bit here. See if they can get a good matchup. One of these teams looks like a Dire team, one looks like a Radiant team, but it's backwards. That's a creepy ass spider, man. I must say.
It's furry.
That's a little support Lena actually. So there, everybody committing hard to the Lena support.
Dude, hairy spiders are the worst.
Yeah,
Ugh.
you creeped out right now.
I don't like spiders.
It's got
man.
little like faces on its back, like the souls of people. If you know,
Oh, it
making an
does.
ugly Broodmother set combination very easy. The sets are all so different. Like they can clash. Like Weaver Brood, those sets clash real hard sometimes. If you mix and match it.
Yeah, I thought you were going somewhere like I thought you were going to be like, making a disgusting brood mother. That's easy. I want to see an artist make a pretty brood mother.
Oh, there's some very nice Broodmother sets. Absolutely.
I want to see a sexy brood mother.
Even like the Immortal.
A milf
Sometimes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But oh damn, dude, Undying has a sword through him. I forgot about that.
Oh
There's
yeah, that
so many good Undying sets.
the undead
big-
pirate one.
The biggest travesty though is that the Immortal Glove removes the cosmetic from your left arm. That's a damn shame.
Yeah,
I'm sad.
that's okay though. I sometimes feel like the Immortals just kind of like ruin sets in general.
They do.
Because
Yeah,
sets
sometimes.
because they're like some heroes with so many Immortals. They've got like 3 different Immortals, so you're like, I want to wear all of those, but then the set just looks like garbage because of it.
Yeah, like the new Enigma set. I feel like I can't use those gauntlet things from
Yeah.
the previous TI. It's like it's an amazing black hole or whatever, but like it just ruins the set kind of. It makes it look way less cool.
Yeah.
You gotta have these like glowing arm traily things. It's really important. You can't give up on that.
It's almost like I wish that instead of immortal items, you had immortal effects, and then that was like a second option.
Yeah, I know
Right.
people asked for that a long time ago when they first started coming out, that you could move those gems to like keep them together and all. But in the same vein, I think it's probably the right way to do it. Otherwise, people might get confused or something. I don't know.
Oh, Bora! Careful, friend. There's a lot of people there. Lil? Does
Too
have
early. Too early.
Oh, I did it again. I'm turning off my monitor. That's it. I just can't do it. I'm turning off my monitor.
is-
Bora! Look out, buddy! There's going to be an LSA
Wow.
that catches you after the stun from the ogre, and that's going to be your first blood.
Holy crap.
I swear to God.
This is the second time now that we've seen Ogre paired with Lina, just for like the guaranteed stun setup. Like
Yeah.
Fire Blast is not a great nuke, but if it guarantees the light strike array, you're talking a lot of damage. So I'm curious if we'll see the actual tri-lane like we did in the previous game.
It seemed like that was a very specific Furzy strategy. Like they really liked the tri-lanes. They did the aggro tri-lane as well as the defensive one.
Okay.
So our mid matchup, Swift Ending is going to be playing the Broodmother. This guy is not like Ace in like fully in the regard that he only has like weird, unique carry heroes.
Uh-huh.
But I think he's like half Ace
Okay.
in that regard. He's always got like a couple of heroes up his sleeve that are just weird and annoying to play against and good last pick material.
Cap, this is a solo mid Earthshaker.
Yeah, I mean they don't really have another option.
Is that really were they forced into this, I guess? Is this what happened? That they were like, oh, we're going to lean a mid maybe, and then... Or was this kind of like a... Maybe we'll roll into this kind of a thing? I'm not sure.
I mean, I can't imagine that they picked Core Earthshaker without knowing what the mid was, right? Because it was Broodmother last. So I think they had to make. I think they had to make the switch. I think they had to make the Quarter Shaker.
Brood is so picked right now, though. This is a try versus try. What year is this?
And dying tri-lane versus tri-lane 2. That's got to be really hard to play.
Safe lane's Necro versus Enigma, which sounds okay for Necro in my opinion. So I would maybe give it a little bit more towards the Radiant team as a this is going to be okay for you thing.
I mean, you already want to be able to commit and kill Eidolons because they're
Perfect
easy kills.
Effing timing,
Yeah,
I must say. That we do get to see the back of the flag at least. I can't be upset about that.
We don't even have Verzi in the game. You still want the back of the flag?
It's just like one of those moments, where Earthshaker uses Enchant Totem. One of the best things about
Ox? Ox is dangerously low. Got hit by the big Splinter Blast from DNC, but it's not quite enough damage. They don't get hit by the LSA, though. LeBron. Managed to dodge that one. Mitch has taken a lot of damage, though. He overextended himself. LSA, they will be able to finish him off. And can't do anything to stop the Lina and the Luna. It seems like they just actually have too much damage. LeBron's going to be gone on again. He does have another decay, but it's just not going to be enough HP for him. And Lil, well, he drops a little bit low, but DNC can't get out of here either. It's going to be 3 dead in this tri-lane. This is 4 dead.
No.
Mitch came back and he's just going to die again. Let's just one by one.
No.
The ants go marching in.
That one was really catastrophic, actually. That was hard to watch.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. They were kind of close to getting kills, and yeah, they're hitting Splinter Blasts to get one guy low, maybe. But maybe they had really good salve usage or something, or between. But that was just just one by one, over and over again. They have so many stuns. Lucent Beam, 0.8 seconds. Fire Blast, 1.5 second.
Yeah.
Light Worker is like 1.6 level 1 or something. That's so good.
He had so many stick charges. He just heals up so much. LeBron might still be able to kill him, though. He needs one more swing. Can't quite get it. So instead, they're going to turn onto Slayer. The Ogre is trying to beat up DNZ because he knows he can't just run away from Mitch. He's going to be able to get another Fire Blast, a couple more hits underneath the tower. He's going to try and challenge DNZ, get that kill before he goes down, but DNZ survives off the stick charges.
That was sick. I love how he stopped moving. Like, he didn't attack move at all. He was just like, fight me. Just waited for that perfect moment. It's really well played.
I like how the Real King didn't even try and help him, too. He's like, I got CS to get.
That is actually kind of important sometimes, though. Like, as much as he's died here, it's actually a big deal, too. You're fighting constantly, and you just miss, 5 last hits in the laning stage. It can really put you behind.
Right. So, I think this Enigma might be able to do pretty well against the Necrophos. I was thinking about it. Because of how good you are at denying. Once you get higher levels of Eidolons, and they just don't die, to 3 right clicks, then you should be able to out-CS the Necrophos for so much, and he's obviously very reliant on that for all his regen.
Yeah, I would say you should be able to. I mean, kind of depends how much harass you take as you go into kill. Oh, you're saying it's better for Enigma, right? Versus
Necro? Yeah, as the levels go on.
Yeah, I guess I would agree with that. I'm just getting to the point of the day where I'm starting to get tired. My brain's not working.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, real tough. 2 hours ago, you woke
my
up.
12 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
But I think it's an interesting matchup because it's so skill focused, right?
Yeah.
Any Necrophos matchup is going to be pretty heavily that way because it's all about who's better at CSing.
Yeah, it really is. Get a last hit, you get regen. You miss it? Nope, too bad.
And then all of a sudden maybe you've overcommitted to try and get that regen.
Yeah.
And then instead you take a lot of harassment in return. Damn, this top lane is just battling non-stop. They managed to get a 2-man decay off of that one. Slayer is dangerously low and has a bunch of skeletons, and he has skeletons and zombies after him. They've got the duo.
He's got a stout shield,
They're
too.
both running after him. Fortunately, that stout shield is saving him a lot of damage right now, and all the armor. Looks like he might be able to survive until the Splinter Blast comes in. That had to be a level 2 blast.
Man,
that was a ton of damage.
This Ogre tri-lane, it's what a hero, man. He's got 5 HP regen, plus the stout shield. He's got 8 armor. He just doesn't die against these guys. They've got nukes, but it's not nearly as good as the enemy team.
Yeah. How's Ivy's doing? Whoa! What an Echo Slam! That was so much damage!
I did not anticipate that one here. I didn't know he's level 7, but jeez.
He didn't even have that many spiders around him. It was just...
Yeah. I mean, they did buff the damage, but... And it was level 4 Aftershock and all, but I think it's mostly just that Brood has really low base HP.
Yes.
He's got some stat gain, but nobody buys HP on this. Actually, he's got a Wraith Band and he's got a Soul Ring. It's not like he's super squishy.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Alright, that's right, it already happened. I'm like waiting for it to happen. Like any moment. He'll set a phase boots, but I mean that was a lot of magic damage for sure.
I like the phase boots Earthshaker. Only on mid lane.
For what reason? Just to like make sure you can last it even if you don't enchant totem, or
when you're in these mid lane matchups, the extra burst of movement speed that allows you to get the enchant totem aftershock hit. That's what I think wins you a lot of the matchup.
So otherwise you won't be able to hit it every time.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're on parity, right? If you're the same movement speed, like it's really hard to be able to actually land that. But if you with the phase boots, you just guarantee run heroes down, and it's like a huge advantage. You just bully the enemy over and over again. So we're going to see Mitch be bullied here pretty hardcore by Naive, but can't actually commit to it, thanks in part to LeBron having the soul rip, the big heal. Again, Undying is a very effective tri-lane hero, not just because of the decay stacks, but also that soul rip, thanks to the extra targets.
And made better by skeletons, I guess.
Yeah, skeletons.
But I would say they're 2K behind at this point. I'd say the tri-lane did not go super well.
No, no, it didn't.
Like I think it's like a Winter Wyvern problem is part of it. Is that Wyvern is not a great tri-lane hero.
Yeah.
It's like he doesn't always do damage. It's like kind of situational, right? God, here's a replay. Completely missed this kill. First Black Hole. Good rotation by Ogre to set that one up.
I would also say Wraith King is not a good tri-lane hero because he
good.
needs the levels, and because stat-wise he's very weak. Like he has just no armor. That's going to be a Splinter Blast kill once again for DNC.
They'll lose their ward for that one, but probably still worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with all that. Yeah, just worse tri-lane heroes, I guess. Just really tough when they use like Winter's Curse, or not Winter's Curse, but Arctic Barn, and they start slowing people. It's like, okay, you're dealing damage, but just so much better to chain stun 3 times while everybody's attack moving. That's like a dead hero almost always.
Yeah.
It's a very big difference. So the cool thing about the Earthshaker this game is that he's basically won his lane. 68 last hit slot, that's probably Spider still, but I mean, guy hits real hard. Please, please. Oh, he lost it.
GG. Bye-bye, regen.
Thank you, Observer, for catching that one perfectly. You can't kill the spiders super well, though. You can get like one couple.
So I think he still needs Blink in this game. But I'm going to make a strong argument for the Aghanim Scepter on as like a second item for this Earthshaker.
Okay.
I think it just makes you, at this point, as a core Earthshaker, you're already pretty tanky and you're going to be statted up and you're going to be hard to kill.
Yeah.
I think you need the Blink for the instant catch on Broodmother because she's so fast that the Aghanims isn't a reliable initiation, but I think the Aghanims makes you even tankier, and it just makes it so you jump in and you continue to be a threat because of the mobility that's offered. And it's survivability as well, because it's just so unlikely you're going to get bursted down.
Yeah. Especially with their weak disables. It's basically like Reaper's Scythe, they're not much else.
Or bust, yeah.
Well, standard farming either way for Brute, queuing up a Diffusal Blade, which is super normal for him. And still trying to stabilize the Trial though. They're going to go on the Luna. Level 5 still just taking some good damage here, actually.
A lot of skeletons
Good
there.
body
Mitch
blocking.
trying to go for the body blocking as much
Nice.
as possible. The Soul Rip, that is enough body blocking to get the Reaper Sight in range. Now the slowdown of the Ghost Shroud onto Slayer, but the turnaround LSA was big from Lil. Almost kills Mitch. Not quite enough to finish him off until Lil gets the final shot, but now he is close range. Another good LSA from him onto both LeBron as well as Bora. So you have the Slayer as he's dead. Lil's going to be run down by the zombies. And LeBron dancing on the corpse of Lil. Gives him the tip as well. That is some sexy taunts.
Ooh, he's been waiting to do that one. I mean, they are down by 2K, and he did get pooped on for the laning stage, kind of. So I don't know. See how this progresses, the match goes on. But some shit has been started, officially,
Yes.
for a second time. Normally people like leave it to Twitter or something. But once you're in game, dude, now it's real.
Yeah, especially with Lil. That guy, he's emotional. He's an emotional player, I would say. You want to tilt him. You want to tilt him real bad.
Okay, I can see that.
It's a tactical decision.
And he's got a vulnerable hero that's definitely pressurable if you can get him in that position.
But rotation out to the bottom lane from Odium.
And they're looking to stun somebody that we can't quite see. All right, it's a Wraith King.
And he is not level 6. They take away all the trees. Now easily spot out Mitch. He does have... What?
Must be an allies, right?
It's got to be, right? Good black hole. Ghost Stick may end up dying here to the Splinter Blast. Oh, barely survives still. DNC stunned up again.
It's only a level 4.
And Ox, it's just no way he can actually outrun all this.
This is like an impressive amount of rotation, actually. I guess it's because they lost the top lane. Essentially, that the Necro is just going to keep pushing up top, and they start moving the Luna around. But the fact that they picked up that kill there felt good. They have lost some gold advantage, so maybe it hasn't been perfectly ideal, but Odium's doing a good job.
So
moving
apparently LeBron got so much gold at some point that he just went straight Shadow Amulet for the Glimmer Cape.
Okay. I kind of like that, yeah. I mean, like, if you get a cloak, it's a marginal benefit. He's already got a magic stick, so he's got most of the benefits of wand. I mean, he could buy like a double bracer or something like that, but a super fast Glimmer Cape is actually pretty impactful. Save his core. Like, somebody gets eclipsed, boom, glimmers himself. Like, that could guarantee at least one life. One save for somebody in the early game, where normally you just die instantly, so...
Lena spots DNC while at the same time Naive goes for the fast execution on Swift Ending. That was the important kill. The Broodmother does go down. They're still trying to get the kill onto the Wyvern. Lil misses that LSA, and now he may be in trouble. Splinter Blast brings him low. The Spiders are trying to finish the kill off, but
almost
not enough. Triple Null Talisman.
This is a very Lil-looking thing to do, in my opinion, where he's like, I am extremely confident in my item build, even if it's a little weird. It's basically going the what's it called? Skywrath Mage route. There we go.
Yeah.
I still got some time in my brain.
Get the basic stat items over and over again.
Yeah, just lots of nukes, lots of right clicks. Probably have comparable agility. Alright, they actually are very similar heroes if you think about it in a lot of ways. With Lena being better in a decent amount. Probably way more armor. Way more meaning twice as much, so 2 instead of 1. More attack speed. No silence, but a stun. It's arguably better in a lot of cases.
Thank goodness Mitch TP'd when and where he did, because he was going to die twice there. With that kind of overwhelming gank coming in from Odium in this bottom lane, a lot of defensive vision from Elements Pro Gaming around this jungle area.
I was gonna say about Odium as well, actually. I mean, they're protecting their mid tower, I guess. They have another one over by their bounty rune. One across the river, but not super deep. I mean, they've already taken towers, so I guess that one protects aggression and helps them spot Brood. But it feels like both teams being slightly defensive with their wards.
Spider kills. Not quite enough magic damage.
Oh man, they committed a lot to that. Kind of. I really thought they were dead.
I thought so too. Stun coming out from Mitch with the TP from the Necrophos. Hoping to be able to get that Reaper Scythe, and they do on Caustic.
He has saved his Skelly. No one saw that. I wonder, Shadow Amulet like almost working in a couple times now. It hasn't quite worked yet. It's like one of those items where it's like, it's either incredible or it's like useless until you finish it, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, get ready for the heals, dude. Oh wait, that's heals against heroes actually, that was buffed. I actually really like Undying Ulti. That thing is, I think, a little underappreciated. It's actually incredible. Like, the amount of damage amp that you can get out of it.
Yeah.
25% is, like, frankly godly.
I think part of the problem is that it scales, right? The farther away they are. Yeah. So sometimes it can feel like it's not doing much, and for Dota players, you know, that's... Yeah. For most people, that's the game, right? Is like whether or not... Okay, that's an Echo Slam that doesn't really hit a whole lot. Brings LeBron a little low with his combination there. May still try and go for the kill, but LeBron's going to just try and juke him out here with the Shadow Amulet over and over and over again. Meanwhile, top lane, they do manage to kill Mitch. Looks like they killed him twice. Is he really down to do this? I think Naive's just wasting a ton of time right now. He's still trying to get this kill onto LeBron. Finally gets the big swing of the Enchant Totem. Lil might just be able to kill Swift Ending as well. Laguna Blade brings him low and will kill the Tombstone instead, so that's at least another 125 gold or whatever.
That was pretty funny.
Wait, Bora? Bora just killed Ghostic.
Okay. 600 gold. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's an important kill. And he did it without Reaper Scythe. I think.
That's very bizarre then.
Yeah.
He's got a Veil pickup. Veil treads Aquila. Maybe just got behind him and like from the side and started right-clicking him or something.
Yeah.
Could see something like that. Because Enigma's items are, yeah, just Helm, Soul Ring wand, so definitely possible. Still on Black Hole cooldown, it looks like. So
Shadowblade next pickup for the Earthshaker. So he will have some serious scouting power and execution power.
yeah,
Against Necrophos and Broodmother, these are just easy kills.
even like Undying has got to be careful. Like if he's got an enchant totem queued up and then walks in with a Shadowblade and gets a hit, like that's like very likely a dead hero. Oh, Sentry just in time. Now they know where he is. They still know where he is.
And they know of his Shadowblade. Blade Mail's second item for the Necrophos.
Okay, good choice against Luna, right? She pops Eclipse, you kill her first. Just out heal it a little bit. I feel like we haven't seen much out of Brood this game. It's like he just kind of like lost his lane and now it's just passive farming.
Kevin, I got a question for you. How does so I know like armor and magic armor, those aren't
Magic
apply
resistance.
to Blade Mail with the damage that is returned, right?
Yes.
So what about damage? So if he Ghost Shrouds during Blade Mail,
Yes.
does that damage that he's taking that is amplified, is that amplified damage going back, or is it just the original damage?
It used to. Like around original, like when Bloodseeker would buy like Dagon and get like a Blade Mail.
Oh, right.
Those days.
Right.
It did then, but they changed it finally so that the damage thrown is what's reflected. So like the time when Bristlebacks finally started buying Blade Mail for good reason.
Yeah.
Was about that time. Because before then, it's like if you resist like 70% of it, it's like then you're only reflecting that 30%. It's a really bad item.
Right.
So, yeah, you definitely wouldn't want to amplify the damage you take when reflecting with Blade Mail. You just want to reduce it further so you get more of a trade out of it.
Okay. Got a smoke up here from Odium. It's 10 to 15 in their favor with only a 1,000 gold lead. They're looking at a lineup that is very dependent on this hard carry Luna, while Elements have this more 3 different heroes trying to carry for them. Looks like the Wyvern ran into Slayer, slows him down a little bit. They're going to be able to catch Naive, and that is a big Reaper Scythe kill, which they will be able to get. Lil throw out the damage onto Mitch. And he may not have had Reincarnation, but it wasn't even close to bringing him low. In fact, Lil is still going to be slowed down a bit by that Ghost Shroud, trying to use these spells to give him the movement speed needed to stay ahead of Mitch, but can't quite get there. So Bora will get the double kill.
Big pickup. Glimmer Cape not making much of a difference there, but I mean, it's a great catch there. The sentry wards that they place all around to protect against Earthshaker has been huge. You can see them all across the map. I loved that one top of the river with their observer ward on high ground. They had another one near the ancient camp. They had another one near the other part of the jungle. Those are the places that you're going to use as a shadow blade to cross the river. Normally you like lane ward against heroes that aren't going to go invis, but against invis heroes they're always going to go the fastest way possible because they only have so much invis. So they just go straight across the river. The sentries are spotting him every single time, every place he's made a move. And the fact that they've now killed him is so big. It's like actually just stop the Earthshaker snowball.
Winner's Curse onto Ox. They're going to surround him, and there's no opportunity for an Eclipse. There's just too many units, but maybe he can still get away. His team actually may have just bailed him out, but the final shot for the Broodmother. Got the babies inside the Luna, tear apart. No, whoa, that is a good black hole. Maybe Mitch does have the Reincarnation, but Swift Ending, he doesn't have an extra life to be able to play off of. Board tries to heal him up, not quite good enough. But now Mitch, with his second life, will be able to get the stun onto Lil, making sure that both him and the Enigma go down. That's 4 dead on the side of Odium, and all they got out of it was the Broodmother.
Wow, that was like full tombstone duration, just about. Good vision, lots of AoE damage. Like once they picked off the Luna, the fight was, I mean, it was probably over even if Luna didn't die, but they don't have enough damage on the dire side now.
Yeah.
And the black hole also didn't come out with the same time as their heroes dealing full damage. They need like Eclipse with a Luna attacking during black holes to really stomp these fights, and having to play through things like Tombstone and Wraith King ulti is hard. So
Now the score evened up 16-16 with Elements holding the slight gold lead. Who do you favor, like going kind of late game? If we fast forward this game 20 minutes and it's still even.
I guess I look at initiations a lot, and obviously like Wraith King stun is okay, as is potential like jump Reaper side nuke some guy, but it seems like the dire team has advantage there.
Yeah.
We've got Black Hole, we've got Earthshaker, got Alina potentially, even Ogre can disable, so I guess those aspects are very good, but it feels like if the fight's not clean, it just feels much better for Elements. It's kind of my viewpoint, but sometimes I miss team fight understanding stuff, so I might be off.
I mean, I definitely agree with you. I mean, they've got like two of the best initiating team fighting heroes in the game, right? In Earthshaker and Enigma. So it's hard to see how they would consistently lose late game team fights. Maybe they lose them occasionally, like, you know, Winter's Curse onto the Black Hole initiation or something like that's going to happen. But I think like 6, 7 out of 10 of the team fights should go the way of Odium. And they've got like this really nice hard carry in Luna.
Luna does have to be pretty careful about getting initiated on. I guess once he gets BKB, it's going to be fine. Like, he's going to be able to dodge the initiation most of the time, but getting bursted with like Reaper Scythe would certainly spell doom for Odium in team fights, because they really need Luna's damage in the late game circumstances. Because I mean, like, Luna's playing fine. He's gone damage phase boots. It's a little different than what we saw in the previous game, but they're certainly going to have damage problems.
Their lineup is like a lot more fragile in that regard because they're so dependent on one real damage dealer.
It's like I don't know if it's just like the way that people pick Enigma drafts, but it just feels like an Enigma problem as well. It's just kind of difficult to guarantee that you get value out of your hero.
Yeah. Ooh, Blink Dagger now for DNC, so he can play even farther back potentially until he gets Echo Slammed.
That's
1-2 punch from Naive with the double enchant totems. That's all he needs.
Goes for the movement speed. Yeah, so much damage. They did see that ward get placed. They'll deward it at least, but
LeBron.
No tomb.
Just trying to keep pace with him. We'll be able to get the stun, stop that TP.
Nailed him. That was a lot of tentacles. Very floppy, undying ulti.
I like the Cave Miner one.
Yeah, dude, they're all so good.
Yeah,
like
they are good.
The Knight one is awesome. The Cave Miner one, the Water one. All three are so good. I actually am so conflicted on those 3 sets. I never know which one to equip. I should just like random it every game or something. It's probably the fair way to do it. Got to treat all your Undying sets right, you know?
Yeah. I'm a little bit concerned that this like Wraith King is going to go for a Blade Mail second item. It's not, obviously it's really good in this game and everything, but I am concerned about his progression as sort of like a semi-carry later on in the game. Like I think he's just going to continue to fall behind in net worth.
Okay.
Because a lot of his farming mechanism comes from the fact that you have an item that lets you kill creeps quickly, and then you use skeletons to be able to then kill even more creeps quickly, etc., etc. And this sort of build is just like, it's purely a fight build.
Yeah.
And it's purely an initiation build, which means he's likely not to survive, right? Or claim kills.
I agree that he's going to have some issues there, but I don't think you can play Wraith King in another way too much. Like, you have to be about fighting. If you try to play Wraith King in, they're committing a lot for this person.
They really want this Ogre kill, and they will be able to get it.
It's just like if you try to say like, oh, I'm gonna outfarm the Luna as a Wraith King, you're gonna lose anyways.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
If you just go Blade Mail, it's like a small tangent to get an armor item. You need an armor item to make your HP go farther, so that your 2 lives go farther. So you're increasing 1 by 30% is really 60% increase technically. So it's just what you need. Jump in, be the initiator, make space for your team.
And it does mean you have this really strong power spike now. As you can see, Mitch is able to fearlessly draw initiation, gets the stun onto Lil, and the damage just isn't quite enough by itself. But LeBron, he wants the kill on Lil so badly, but Lil has managed to juke things out. Bora actually died there. Ox killed Bora, the Necrophos, and gave away a godlike spree.
Man, I really wanted LeBron there to find him. Oh, no.
Me too. Now Lil is going to be the one to kill LeBron instead after juking him. Now he may still die to DNC, but he's just fast enough. Needs to stay out of vision. Can't get spotted by DNC. The one shot is all it takes.
Probably felt good. He was there a long time.
How did Bora die, though? That is so huge.
Like he got eclipsed over by the rune. I think it was about where the fight was. For sure. I know. We'll use the game to click on the Necro. Yeah, he died like bot river by the bot rune. He's got a Blade Mail.
I mean, now Ox almost has a BKB because he just got so much gold.
Maybe he got chain stunned by Ogre or Shaker or something while he got eclipse. Could be something like that.
Hopefully we see a replay of it or something, because that was definitely the more important part of that team fight.
Yeah, I mean, that was the godlike streak. That's a lot. Posturing over runes here, going to be mostly good for the Dire team. 2k advantage for them, so they're still slightly ahead.
Heals for the Lina. Smoke up now. The 3 members of EPG. While they let the Wraith King push out that bottom lane. Oh! The Shadow-Bladed Earthshaker ran into them, managed to blink before there was any damage or dust on him.
Let's get a little caught, but... Alright, just to get there. Oh, I don't know if he had Bloodlust that whole time, but he got out so fast.
Now the team fights are going to be a lot different. If Odium gets both these BKBs, one for Naive, and they already picked up one for the Luna. Ah, okay. There's the kill on Deborah.
Okay, so they basically chain stunned him. There was actually nothing he could do.
Yeah, he took so much Eclipse damage before the Blade Mail went out because of the Malefice.
Yeah, it was like Malefice into Lucent Beam. It was like chain stun for probably like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
It probably didn't matter either way. They were going to split that damage more or less. Very easy kill, just lucky. And they also, it was nighttime. They spotted him before he spotted them.
Yeah.
I don't know if he had Blink Dagger or not, but if it was daytime, maybe he gets out. Vision-wise, yeah, not looking great for Odium here. They have 1 defensive ward, 2 now. Plenty of sentries. Really want to prevent their opponents from taking fights on the other side of the map. I guess it's up to Earthshaker to get kills. He's certainly capable with his hero and his items.
Ah, this is smart. Ghost Stick with the
Lincolns.
3rd item, Lincolns, against the Winner's Curse counter.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Especially that Wyvern had such a fast Blink Dagger. It's definitely a solution there.
Five-man smoke up from Elements Pro Gaming. They don't have a ton of aggressive vision, again, because of all the sentries that you said Odium had been placing, so they don't really have that vision to know where they're going with this smoke. They've already lost their bottom tier 2, it looks like, from just a skeleton push. They finally do spot some heroes. It's going to be the Lina. Caught out here with the Yule Scepter, trying to slow him down. He turns around. Oh, there was a big Echo Slam and the Black Hole to follow that one up. Naive gets in there, just blows up the 2 heroes. But now, here comes Swift Ending with his BKB. The lifesteal just isn't going to be enough to outfight these heroes. Ox does way too much right-click damage now.
Dude, that Earthshaker was the size of Roshan.
BKB and Bloodlusted Earthshaker.
That was ridiculous how big he was.
That guy was huge.
You know, normally this is a part of the cast where I talk about how cool that team fight was, but I literally missed all the important parts, more or less. By the time we got there, there's just a lot of BKB heroes.
The camera's like off-center.
Yeah. I mean, they're like trying to play with fog. They fucking choked it, though.
Ah.
That was a big choke. I believe it was an Echo Slam, and I believe it was a Blink Black Hole follow-up. Enigma does not... Does he have BKB? Does he have BKB Lincolns, or is it just Lincolns? I can't remember.
No, he only has Lincolns.
Okay.
The Enigma? Yeah.
But I mean, again, it's basically, if he has Lincolns, Wyvern is literally not a problem.
Yep.
Wraith King's not a problem. Necro's not a problem. So
Yeah,
as long as
the
he
3
catches 2
stuns
of
are
them, boom.
all single target.
Unless they do like Soul Rip from range into a stun or something. But yeah, that was a huge team fight there for Odium.
Oh, they're going to get Lincoln's next item on Luna as well. Smart. Again. Winter's Curse and Reaper's Scythe are the big threats.
Even Wraith King's stun is actually so big for that
Sure.
hero. Like that, his literal role is blink in, stun a guy, have them go on you, and then your team follows up on your stun. But if that gets Lincoln's blocked, now your Blink Dagger reach that you have from Wraith King, it just doesn't even matter that much. They do drop. In the future, they are Roshing with the Tomb in the pit. There we go. He needs to get in the pit and get his ulti going, though. Amplify the Rosh damage by 25%. But he's going to stand out, try to slow things down a bit, I guess. Or he's just blocked from vision.
Luna Illusions do get in there, spot the current progression of Roshan, which is not
nothing.
fast at all.
Dewarding sentries. So hard to poke when approaching Roshan in a moment like this. He's thinking about going in here.
Ghost Stick just throws in the Midnight Pulse
That was
and
so
gets
smart.
out. That is going to make things even harder for Elements Pro Gaming. They're going to wrap it in for the side here. Knight managed to get the initiation on Deborah. They need to try and follow this up with chain stunts, but they can't quite do it. He does manage to get the Glimmer Cape with a beautiful Winner's Curse onto Ox as well. They bring him down to about a third of his HP. Now he turns, pops his BKB, will start life stealing up a bit. So Swift Ending has to back himself away. Neither side claiming a casualty there. But Odium do manage to stall up the Roshan attempt.
And there's still no black hole was used, but it's up soon. Yeah, it's up now. So Odium's definitely going to push this and look for a kill.
They spotted the Broodmother. Gets over the cliff into those trees areas. They're really trying to hunt him right now. Little spotted, managed to get the Gold Scepter. Now the jump in from Mitch as well, hoping to be able to stall things out. They dodged with the Manta Swift, and he gets away with the Glimmer Cape once again. Dead Bora comes back, trying to fight up Ox. The damage is a lot. Ox has to get away, but Mitch managed to land the stun, trying to chase him down. Gets a big crit out. That's going to be enough damage. LeBron hiding inside those trees. Looks like Sioma was able to find him inside there. Executes him. Ghostic's trying to get away. Slowed down by Mitch. Yet another stun from him. And Ghostic tries to go for a TP out. That's just never going to work out for him. So, in the end, it is going to be EPG winning that Roshan fight. Might just be able to get the Aegis and Cheese for themselves.
Man, that fight got so weird. I thought it was for sure Odium was going to be able to win that because their positioning seemed better.
Yeah.
It's like elements are crossing out of Roche area onto their side of the map. Yeah, they're going to have like buybacks, I guess, with the Shrine TPs, but they approached forward, and then all of a sudden, like, Winter Wyvern blinked really aggressively, and it was like elements just kind of spread out. But then it was like the fight was segmented because they kept like the Earthshaker down there as well as like one other hero, and then they just dealt with the Luna on the other side of the fight. It's like they just got split up kind of, but they'd already used Winter's Curse.
I think a lot of that is Mitch's counter initiation, right? They caught the spider with the Yules. I was like, oh no, that's disaster.
Yeah.
And Odium try and funnel in, right? The Luna tries to come in through that mid lane, go up to that high ground, but Mitch just blinks right in the middle, right in front of him. And he goes for the stun, and he dies, and he slows down these heroes. And I think that is entirely what kind of saves that team fight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that part of the reason they were so spread out. It's like Enigma's always just waiting for this moment. Like he's like, I'm getting ready for this big black hole.
Oh! He's dead. My bad, he says to his team.
And Nave must also be observing right now is why he's apologizing. Sacred Relic on Brood going for his Nullifier next. Who's the best target for that one, I guess? Enigma, I suppose. Just he's got to break the Lincolns, but he's got the nuke for it. I guess Nullifier with Spiders is probably pretty solid.
Yeah.
Just like permaslowed.
I mean, if you can get it on top of the Luna, it'd be massive there as well. No Manta, no BKB, but...
All these Lincolns are actually pretty tough to get through this game.
Yeah, it's definitely a big problem for him.
Warden high ground here looking for a hero to spot a courier in the future.
I almost wonder if, like, Bora, like, he's going to go Dagon, that's totally normal and everything, but I almost wonder if, like, a small part of him is just like, man, I really need to have that item myself that I can throw on somebody to make sure there's no Lincolns and Reaper sight them.
Maybe that's why he's getting Dagon. Partially.
Yeah.
I mean, the cooldown's not that low, but it definitely makes killing supports a lot easier. He doesn't necessarily need, like, backup. It could just be him. Are you surprised about this Radiance out whenever?
Yeah, when did he get Radiance?
That's what's awesome about Wraith King sometimes. Like, you just get Blink and Blade Mail and you fucking fight people.
DNC spots him for a moment, can't quite get the Winter's Curse or the stun from Mitch.
And you just always, like, you can get a Radiance pretty quick.
Yeah.
Maybe not quick, but, like, as long as you're, I mean, his KDA is not even amazing, but 3, 6, and 16. It's like just with Blink and Blade Mail, you just do so much that it's okay to have this, like, 3,000 gold sitting in your inventory. As long as you have ulti.
Now you're going to have the... now you farm creeps faster, which means you get your skeletons faster, which means in turn you can kill more neutrals.
Mischance on enemy heroes too. Pretty useful, stopping blink daggers.
Yeah.
Lots of good things about it. Enigma went Eidolon damage, I think. Yeah.
It's one of the neat things about the support Lina. Really great split pusher, right? Because she just 1-2 shots creep waves. She's super fast as well at that point.
Yeah, that's what I experienced when I played it the other day too. So fun. You just like, especially with the Light Strike Array talent, like it's okay to skip the health because you're not as important as a support. You just blast a whole wave. It's all dead instantly. And then you're super fast, so you just run wave to wave, hide in trees, TP out, kind of stuff. It's actually a very fun playstyle.
Naive.
Echo damage.
Don't. I mean, if he wants to go for, I guess, the just one quick kill on Broodmother, but he's got no one behind him right now. Everyone from Odium's just trying to split push this game because the Aegis timer is still ticking away. Satanic for the Luna.
Queuing up Butterfly, natural progression, of course. He's pretty covered this game, actually, defensively. I like his items. They definitely look solid.
Sentry laid out. LeBron realizes he's in big time trouble. Double enchant totem. Oh, feels bad being two-shot as a support, especially a strength one. Sioma Slayer, he's going to be caught here. Glimmer Cape will not be enough to save him thanks to the dust. So they trade up 5 positions.
It's a nice way to ward. It's like he turned halfway through the shift queue. That way it didn't look obvious.
Oh, yeah.
Warding the shift queue is actually so important, I think, if they're looking at you. So he goes X instead. Did you mention that on Necro? I don't know if he changed his mind or not, but...
No, I didn't mention that.
He's farming a Sheepstick here. Ooh, might get caught by the Necro.
Reaper's Scythe. Lil will survive.
Very close. With a Blade Mail, he almost got him. Lil's actually doing so much to affect this game just by pushing lanes like this.
Yeah. Being that greedy split pushing support.
Yeah.
Kind of goes all the way back to the AUI era on EG.
Absolutely. But it's also just convenient that it's on such a fast hero.
Yeah. Smoke up from Odium. Or maybe not even a smoke. They're just leading off the Shadow Blade. They are going to be able to find the initiation onto Bora. The chain stuns are too much for this Necrophos. They're going to make sure he dies. They don't give him the opportunity to get the Ghost Shroud off. It costs them the Black Hole, but a kill well worth it, especially as he's dead for 100 seconds now, and they are well positioned to push into the high ground.
Yeah, it's really worth it when you think about it that way. If they do go high ground and force buyback, it's so good. Trading Black Hole for a buyback, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's so much economic damage.
Oh, he went the skeleton spawn?
There's
Sure.
not going to be mana drain.
No mana drain available.
Yeah.
But he didn't go the attack damage.
I think that's fine. Like it's fun to make your Skelly super strong, but 15 strength is incredible.
Swift ending, forced to pop his BKB. Winter's Curse, but the BKB activated by Ox, so he's not affected by that one, so maybe he can chase down DNC. DNC gets the Cold to brace off, but that just means he's food for the Eclipse. Now, they're going to try and stay around Ox here, manage to get the Nullifier onto him next to the Shrine as well, but now the Stun, Swift ending's going to get blown up, and they don't get the Reaper Scythe kill on Ox either. He healed up too much, is trying to run himself away, but Mitch quickly blinks in, managed to get that stun, and finish him off with a big-time crit. Now, next target, going to be Lil. He has all that movement speed, but he just can't seem to outrun DNC, who is always on his tail. Good Splinter Blast by him. That'll win the fight for Elements Pro Gaming.
Still so expensive, though. That was a lot of buybacks from the Radiant team. They only did that because they had the Shrine right there. They still end up losing their cores because of it.
I mean, I have to assume that they lost in the golden experience with that many buybacks.
Most likely. I wasn't able to check, unfortunately. But
and neither was our observer, apparently.
Oh, well, come on. You didn't have to say that.
Wait, I didn't have to say that?
No, that
Kevin, you've been ragging on him this entire day.
It was obvious he'd miss it. That's what I'm trying to say. That was 3 buybacks there. That was a Broodmother, Necro, and a Winter Wyvern.
They are going to try and go high ground themselves, see if they can force a buyback with so many spiders and so many skeletons.
Is Urshik have Echo Slam right now?
They.
My God.
Oh, he should not have. He should not have blasted. Oh, that was a bad play. Oh, that was a really bad play.
What are you referring to?
He Wraith Fire blasted, which drew the skeletons off the tower.
Oh, is that bad? I think he did that because he did not want to get Echo Slammed.
I mean,
100%.
hey.
No, you get those out of there. That's. I think in some ways you can even criticize him for skilling the damn talent because it is so scary against Earthshaker, actually. Look, I know Under Hollow is not pro Dota 2, but this one time I got 2 skeletons and I was fighting that like Earthshaker thing. He one-shot our whole team. We all just died because it was probably scaled up because there was so few units.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it just killed everybody. Like what I'm trying to say is Echo Slam with these little skellies, you got to be careful. And if you put them on targets like that, Vision, breaking Blink Daggers, they got to deal with that shit. They have magic resistance. Buys you a little bit of time, and then nobody pops to this God Echo.
Plus, he doesn't have the damage talent. I think if he had the damage talent and skeletons, I think you almost say,
okay,
let the skeletons do their work, boys. Nobody get close to him, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
But you're probably right. Get him out of there.
Kind of curious where Wraith King will go next, item-wise. Got 5,000 gold. Some, like, he's queuing up Hex. Kind of interesting.
Sure.
Certainly good. I wonder if something like Ags is crazy. it's not uncommon for like a utility kind of offlane Wraith King to do this. It's definitely more of a core with Radiance. And he probably should go carry focused, I guess, but Hex is kind of the same thing, right? It's like Clinks. Clinks is they'd say, you know what, screw Orchid, I'm just gonna rush a Hex.
Yeah.
Because it'd be a lot more reliable at getting kills sometimes. And it's more important than maybe being the most efficient item guy.
He's definitely gonna regret not having Axe if like his Necrophos or something gets blown up right away in a team fight.
But in the same vein, if they have Hex, they're more likely to be able to actually kill an important hero.
Yeah. Here comes that smoke initiation from Odium. They do manage to get into this high ground. They're going to go into the shrine area. They don't see anything. Their smoke is going to pop. They do immediately get Winter's Curse onto Naive, but Ox has already popped his BKB, so he starts laying some damage into Swift Ending. He's already popped his ultimate, but now he's controlled up by that black hole, and so he is made short work by Odium. Now the refresher popped out from Ghostic. He's going to be able to get that second Malphus onto LeBron now, making sure they get an extra kill here. There is no buyback on this Broodmother.
I'm kind of confused why he was hitting the Earthshaker there. I had the benefit of being able to see it happen like twice, but it seemed a little bizarre to me that while he's Winter's Curse, he's BKBing and running and hitting him. To me,
Yeah.
Because like by the time that ended, it's like BKB's over, gets black holed. I don't know. Maybe they needed to disengage. Maybe it felt too weird, or maybe they felt they had follow potential, but they just don't have any AoE. They're all single target. I don't know.
Because the creep waves are all pushed in. Odium not able to take advantage of that death timer on the Broodmother and go for any objectives, but they can at least get Aegis, Cheese, and this is just Aegis and Cheese, right? I think we had some pretty late.
This Luna does not have boots with Bloodlust, and she's running 446. That's just crazy.
Yeah. The Butterfly and Bloodlust, who needs boots?
God.
Ghostic is going to be the one holding on to the cheese. He does still have that black hole, thanks to the refresher he used earlier.
Beautiful camera framing right now. Hey, enemies.
Killed the Tombstone. LeBron having a hard time dealing with those bouncing glaives. They pop the Lincolns.
Satanic here.
But he'll just Satanic heal up to full. There goes that Echo Slam initiation into the back line. They're going to try and take out DNZ in this team fight. He has no buyback, and now no Winner's Curse to be able to affect this one. Mitch, he's going to die. That's going to be his reincarnation. They're going to try and set up on him on a second time. They do have that Scythe device to be able to immediately control him, and the damage coming out from Ox is just too much.
Jeez.
They bring down Mitch. He's immediately going to buy back here, but they're just going straight for the tier 4s. The bouncing glaives. You can see LeBron trying to get in there, but he's just getting eaten up. It is like a lawnmower in here. And now Mitch, he's going to be jumped on once again. No reincarnation again, so he is dead permanently here. That's going to be 3 heroes as Swift Ending caught inside the black hole. No way out here for Elements Pro Gaming, and Lil will get the first step to revenge against LeBron.
Cap, I have a question. Why does Necrophos have 5,000 gold in his backpack, and why does the Wraith King have 5,000 gold in his backpack?
I don't know.
Your fucking gold, guys. That, like, look at their net worth. 17,000? Nope, 12. 12,000 net worth that he just had just now. 12,000, because all of his money was in his backpack. Like, if he's got like an AC there or something, maybe he doesn't die as fast, and then maybe the second hex doesn't finish him off, and he can get a blade mail off or throw stun or something. Like, damn dudes, that's not necessarily the only reason you guys lost. By all means, again, I couldn't see shit about the initiation. I just know there was an Echo Slam, but yeah, initiation's definitely a big thing, but. No AoEs, no follow-ups in this way. It's like their initiations were worse, and their AoE was worse.
Yeah.
So,
I think they just didn't take enough control of this game, and a large part of that was I didn't feel the effect of the Broodmother that much.
Yeah.
You know? This was not a Broodmother taking over the game and controlling the map and taking all of your jungle ancients and all that sort of stuff. Like, that didn't happen in large part because of the mid matchup, right? You just started off bad.
The glory of Elements was definitely when they shut down the Earthshaker moving around with their sentries. It's just they didn't have anything to capitalize on afterwards. And like having a Necrophos is tantamount to being able to like kill a guy at the start of the fight. And they actually didn't have good heroes for that. So in some ways their draft was a little bit wacky. It's It's like it worked for a while, but eventually they get to this point where Lil's just constantly split pushing. They can't catch easily because they simply don't have great catch outside of like Blink Wraith King stun, which is okay but not amazing. And then eventually they're just going to get outplayed with like Blink Echo Slam.
All right, well,
with all the shit behind it to back it up. It's like so strong.
Yeah. That's game 1 of Elements Pro Gaming versus Odium. We're going to have the Lil LeBron matchup. Game 2 coming up after